Equivalencies have an important impact on costing and nutrition, so it's really important to know how they work in MEAS so you can understand how to troubleshoot any issues that come up. In this walkthrough, we're going to discuss how the UOM equivalency tab works on any recipe page. Equivalencies are used in MEAS to help us bridge the gap between units of weight, units of volume, and units of each. MEAS automatically knows how to convert within one kind of unit. For instance, for weight, we know there are 28 grams in an ounce, and for volume, we know there's 4.25 cups in a liter. But converting between different types of units, like weight to volume or weight to each, can change ingredient to ingredient or recipe to recipe. That's where equivalencies come in. So why is this important? One of the best tools in MEAS is the sub-recipe feature, where any recipe is able to be used as an ingredient on any other recipe. In this example, we have a sauce that we're going to use in our pork belly dish. Like when building any recipe in MEAS, we add a quantity and a unit of measure to our sub-recipe, just like we would an ingredient. In this case, it's 1 1/3 cups of sauce. But of course, we could choose to enter it in weight, like grams, or even by the each, such as portion. Costing, nutrition, and scaling all work with sub-recipes, but it's important to recognize that when MEAS sees a quantity and a unit of measure for a sub-recipe, it will reference the yield of that sub-recipe to calculate cost, nutrition, or to do conversions. If the units of measure are different, like one is in weight and the other is in volume, MEAS will go to that sub-recipe's page and then check the UOM equivalency tab to figure out how to convert it. Now you can fill out a custom equivalency for any recipe because the default will always be 8 ounces equals 1 cup. Simply click Edit, then click the toggle, and then enter in your custom equivalency. In this case, I'm opting for 2 ounces equals 2 fluid ounces equals 1 portion. Now we've just told MEAS that any conversions we want to make for this recipe should use this information. This means that if we want to use weight, volume, or each, which in this case we're using for portion size, on any sub-recipe, you'll want to make sure that you define their relationship over on the UOM tab. This also means that if you want to see what your yield is in different units of measure, you can simply click the unit of measure in the yield and type in another unit, because this action also references the UOM equivalency tab in the same way that using it in another recipe does. So those are the basics of using equivalencies in sub-recipes. Check out our other videos on equivalencies to learn more.